Hello there. So I'm ready to rock and roll with the Weirdie of January 29. Hope you guys are ready to have some fun. I'm gonna go and share to color a Weirdie a day, and then I'll be right back. I have to make a decision about which markers to use. Hi Anne, hi Carol, nice to see you guys. I should just share. And I have somebody who wants to say good night, everyone. Could you say good night, everyone?
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Går du ind og sover? Ind. She was actually already in bed, but she was curious. Hi Bev, nice to see you. So yeah, I'm ready to party with this one, and I think I'm gonna maybe choose some more colors. Not quite sure what I'm gonna aim for here. Might pick something entirely new. I think that'd be more fun. Now we've seen these a few times, so we want to see something different this time. Everybody is being noisy and running around me as usual. Yeah, I guess that's just, they just can't help themselves. So let's see what we're gonna try this time. I'm thinking maybe I'd like to go for it's been a long time since we had the chameleons, haven't it? Or should we go for the Letraset Pro markers? We did have style file the other day, but it could be nice with the style file as well. Let's see if I can find some lighter colors than the other day. Let's see, maybe we'll try the style file ones. Let's see, there's a yellow green, I like that one. There's a lemon yellow, I like that. Like the sound of that. And orange. And there's a red here. Let's see, there's a pink. I think we're gonna go for this pink. And then maybe this violet. And see which blue. Maybe try this blue. I haven't tried this one before. I think it's the cerulean blue. And we have 3 and 3. And I want to go for something that's a slightly turquoisey. Let me see. Turquoise. And then I want to go for a green. A green. Yeah, we're going to go for the vivid green. That's only like 9. That's 9 colors. I think this one he needs a bit more than 9, doesn't he? Or should we just go with a 9? Could be. We could also build it a bit and see what we can put in between. Maybe a dark yellow. And maybe try this terracotta and then the carmine red. So try to build it there that way. And then maybe try this one here. And maybe this one in between these two. Thinking that might be fun here. And then maybe go for a lighter purple. And then this pale blue violet. And maybe see if there's a pastel blue here. So we got those. And I'm thinking to add a mint green and a peacock green. And this one that's called Viridian. I think this is going to be more fun. This looks like more fun, doesn't it? Hi, Candice. This looks definitely like more fun. We've got a lot more colors here. Yeah, I think this is going to be more fun. Maybe do like that. These greens look pretty close. but let's see how it's gonna work out. We'll see how this pans out. There's only really one blue. Let's see if we can get one more blue in. Maybe this one. That's a brilliant blue. But put that one in here. So now we build it out, that set. And then we're gonna see how those colors work for us. Hi Rose, nice to see you. Nice to see all of you. I've had a busy day. So gonna start here. Get this going with the yellow first. And I think I'm gonna start up here. So we got this one going here, going once, going twice, and then I think I'm gonna just start here and here. I think that's gonna look good. And I think we're gonna maybe start down here with this one being yellow down here. Yeah, I'm just gonna show. Oh my god. Hi Christina, hi Julie, hi Anna. Yeah, it's a late start. I had a busy day. Victoria was home all day, so I didn't even get on Patreon. I had a perfect one planned. But it was a very busy day, and I had a lot of things to do with Victoria. She wasn't in school, so it was just one of those days where everything did not go according to my inner plan, but you know that happens. But I did get my second dish of the steamed Iron Chef done. I haven't even uploaded the one from yesterday. I haven't been on the computer a lot because I just haven't had time, and I just only now finished with everything. So it's been like a long day where I haven't really been able to do any of the stuff that I set out to do. But that happens sometimes, and then you just gotta go with that flow and just hope that it works out. Yeah, so I'm gonna start in here. In here. I got the glass noodles, and I made the dish with the glass noodles, and the glass noodles were absolutely perfect. So that was really good. I got them today. We went all the way into town, but you know, Victoria was there, so she could go with me, so then it's easier. So we went into town and got those glass noodles, and since she's going to a birthday of her friend on Sunday, we also had to find the perfect present for her little friend. Victoria spent a long time doing that, because the last time she went, no, not the last time, maybe the time before last time, she went to the birthday party of this little friend. I had gotten, that was before Victoria wasn't old enough to buy presents herself. I think it was her 4-year birthday or something, the friend. 4 or 5. 5, I think. Yeah, 5 probably. And I had gotten like an art set. Well, actually, it's because I already had the art set. I didn't have any money to go buy anything. And I had that art set. It was actually my own art set with a canvas and some really good paint and brushes. It was sort of a set that went together. So it was really good. I mean, it was way more pricey than what you would normally give as a birthday present to a kid's birthday party. But since I didn't have money to go buy something, I had to find something in my own that was still wrapped. And this one was still wrapped, so perfect. And a very, very good present. But the little girl did not like it. So she just told Victoria that she already had an art set with brushes and paint, a Monster High one. And Victoria got really sad about it, because she knew that it was a really good art set, and she thought it was very rude So now she was like, no, but I don't want to find something that she's going to get angry about. I want to find something that she will like. And then I say, well, the girl is very spoiled. She gets everything that she wants, always. So, it's not like that she's needing anything because she already got everything. And every time she wants something, she'll just get it. Because she'll just make her dad buy it. So, it doesn't matter, Victoria, what you get her, because no matter what you get her, either she already has it or it's not good enough. So it doesn't really matter. I wouldn't put too much effort into it. Just buy something that you think is nice and then just don't think about her reaction to it. But I think Victoria sort of understood what I meant, and she was less worried about what to get after I said that. And then she found like a heart pillow in the tiger shop, and the little red notebook with sort of like fake fur on the outside, and then some chocolates, red chocolates. It's all red, heart shaped red chocolates, and then some red paper. So I think that's a good gift. I mean, there's some nice things. So now she's got that gift. Now she only needs to wrap it, and then that's it. But I told her I wouldn't worry too much. Just get something that you would like yourself, and just don't count on having a surprise happy moment of getting a present from her, because she's never going to react that way. So that's the way it is sometimes. And the sooner that Victoria realizes that it doesn't really matter, because her reaction might always be negative, because it's just maybe her nature. And if she understands that that's just the way it is, then she won't be too worried about it. If you just know that that's the nature of that person, then you can just take it as it comes. Yeah, so I was so I'm hoping that I'll be able to do this one on the Patreon tomorrow, because it's a really brilliant one that I want to do. Oh, thank you. Did anybody share in the color Weirdie a day? Because that would be really neat. Then I don't have to leave you, and then I can just stay here. Yeah, so that was sort of the story of what was we were busy with today. And then when we finally came home, I was tired, really tired. And I finally got something to put my colored drawings in, because they were just all in a pile. And that's very dangerous, because all of a sudden somebody's going to knock on the table where they're all piled up. And then they're going to fall down, and something's going to happen, or somebody's going to spill something on them. So, yeah, I found a sort of a folder I could put them in. Awesome. Great, and thank you. Awesome, Kat. It's so great that you guys are sharing. It helps so much, because I really don't want to go to Facebook prison. And it seems like once you've been there a couple of times, they strike down upon you really hard, because I can see everybody dropping of the other artists just for doing almost nothing. Det kan du godt gøre.
Ja, jeg ser, hvordan det går.
Okay. Anything to not sleep, she said. Oh. So I haven't decided what color to make this yet. I might make it at the vivid green, but I actually think I did that on the cover one as well. Being predictable. Because I just like it to have a green face. I don't know why. I just think it fits. So that might be that it will have the green face, just like the other one. But it's not the same colors I'm using on this one, because I used the tiger markers on the first one. So it's not the same colors for sure. So there's going to be a difference, hopefully. Hopefully. So yeah, we did have a have a nice day, and I did get the cooking done, and I took all the pictures, and I did that too yesterday. Now I just have to put them together to 2 separate blogs, but I haven't had time yet. Also, I was really tired yesterday, so and then today I didn't really have a chance to be a lot on the computer because I was busy with Victoria, and we're gonna be busy again tomorrow, I think, but hopefully I'll get to bed early and I'll get up early so that I can take her to school, and then I'll have a few hours there. So this is looking good. It's looking good. I love this one. He's so funky in the cool way. He's cool, a cool dude. And I did actually also draw a few new Weirdies today, so that's cool. It's more for it's a new collection, so it's adding up. It's adding up. I don't know if I should backtrack a bit. I think I'm going to backtrack a bit just here because I can see that it's not going to connect in the way I want. So I'm just going to start that one just to get it going, because then it will connect. So yeah, and then the copy paper didn't come. And then they sent me like an email, change of delivery date. But there was no delivery date on the email. Yeah. Awesome. Yes. Well, you know, nobody will be banned from Color Weirdie because that's my group. But in the other groups, this might be best that we don't. Yeah, that it's just shared once at each place. It's probably the best. So yeah, it was a nice day, chill day, and yeah, I got the glass noodles, and it was nice to go to the Chinese supermarket because they always have a lot of things, and they have also like a section where they have close to expiry date, and then they put the prices down a lot. You see, why is this one orange on the outside when it's not really orange on the inside? Well, anyways, it will provide some contrast in our coloring here. Not that I really understand. Why, oh why, can we not have the same color outside and inside? Why, oh why? Oh yeah, and I got the commercial thing, like the company that wants to try to sell me like pens where it says Global Doodle Gems. Not that I'm gonna buy them, but for once it was actually pretty cool because they actually sent me. Yeah, I'm just gonna show you. They sent me a pen where it already says Global Doodle Gems. I thought that was pretty cool. So now I have a pen that says Global Doodle Gems, so I'm quite happy with that. Oh my god, I thought it was black. Now that I'm seeing it in the light, it's blue. Anyways, that was pretty nice. I think that that is a good commercial thing. I mean, if I needed pens, I don't need pens. But I think it was a pretty neat thing. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Bev. Didn't miss anyone. Didn't miss anything. So yeah, I think that that was a pretty neat thing to send out. And definitely, if I needed pens, that was a great commercial thing. I think so. Because they did take the time and made the effort to actually make a pen with my company name on and send it to me. I mean, that's a great effort. So yeah. It's also a really good offer, but I have no use for them. I don't even know how if they work well, but you know, I don't have any commercial use for them. I don't give anything, you know, I don't have that need, but it was really nice. It's a nice surprise to get in the mail. And for once, you know, it was even handwritten on the outside, not like printed. There was a handwritten sticker on the outside of the letter. I like that too. I thought that was a nice touch. So yeah, I want more companies to send me free advertising material like that. So just, you know, if they wanna, that would be cool. I like that. So that was a nice surprise in the mail. So yeah, this is actually looking pretty cool already. Nah, I couldn't sell them. You know, it wouldn't be interesting. It's just a normal pen, you know, it's just, I think it's something that you would, you know, if you had a sort of selling business or something where you go around to clients, it might be a nice thing to offer a client to give them or something like that. Just to remember the name of my business, but I don't do that, so I really don't have any need for them. So yeah. It's looking good. I actually like this color. It's a funny one. And I didn't. I did that food and it tasted great. So I had something nice to eat for 2 days in a row. So it's a good thing. Ah, you finished eating a rainbow pen. Yeah, that would be nice. So yeah, I like that I can make 2 entries on the food contest, because then I eat something that I like for 2 days. It's pretty neat. And I made for Victoria, I made rice and teriyaki chicken spears. Yeah, she likes that. And then there's enough to also take some in the lunchbox. And there was a lot of this glass noodle salad. There was none of the scallop things left over because I only had a few of those frozen ones. But my dad's friend, she's eating the glass noodle salad now. So let's hope she likes spicy, because I don't think my dad knows it's spicy. He just gave it to her, so that'll be interesting. Because it's Thai spicy. It's probably more spicy now that it's marinated a while, but it's so spicy that you don't like get the spicy right away when you have a when you have a taste. Exactly. The MAGA companies, they need to give me stuff, but I need to go viral before they probably will do that. I mean, every time I post the videos or the speed videos, I always like, you know, make tags with the brand names of what I used, hoping that they will notice, because sometimes they will, and you know. But yeah, if I can make one of the videos can go a little bit viral and get seen a lot, then they will notice a lot more and be much more interested. So the more people who see it, the more people who participate in etc. in this, then the more of a chance there is that some companies will want to sponsor me. So the best thing is if they come to me and not me coming to them, of course, you know. So we'll see what happens. I think, you know, when we're like maybe 3 months or more into Color Weirdie Day, and hopefully there's more people participating also, then, you know, maybe things will look different. There's always a beginning. We almost finished with the first month, and we colored so much, and it was so nice to put the colored into those plastic thingies. Yeah, plastic thingies. Um, it looks really good. I'll have to like take it out and show you guys the, you know, make a flip through of it, of all the finished pieces. It looks really good now. That you can sort of flip through them without, getting them dirty or messing them up. But really, it is a whole other thing trying to get it in A3. I mean, if you want A4, you almost get it like thrown in the back of your head. Uh, but getting it in A3 is different. Sheet protectors, yeah. So, and I got a fold file thing, yeah, that you can put it in. So it just looks really good now. I'm very happy with it. I'll have to buy more sheet protectors as we go along, but now I've got enough for at least the first 3 months, I think, in the package I bought. So I have some months to save for a new one, or try to find it out online, see if I can find it online cheaper. Now that I have a brand name and all that, maybe I can find it cheaper on Amazon Germany or something, and then order it there next time. I will need some more. You know the annoying thing when you go to a shop and there's no prices on anything? You're standing there like idiot because there's no price on, and then you ask the employees and they look at you like they just fell down from Mars because they have no clue what you're asking about or what the answer is. And I'm thinking, why the fuck are you working here if you don't know what you're doing? At least like pretend that you know, and then you can go out and find out. You can just say, 1 minute, I'll be back. Then instead of just standing like, oh, what? I hate that. It's like, at least bluff that you're like just slightly knowledgeable about what you're working with. Just bluff it. Just bluff. Yeah, I almost said it to the guy in the shop when he was, looking like he just fell down from the sky when I asked him something. I just hate when people react like that. It's so like really lack of intelligence. For 45 cents, I think, when did I pay? I think it was, let me see, I'll just see what it was for one. I'll use my converter. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think I paid 72 cents per sheet. Something like that. So, yeah, I think it was expensive. But now they're protected. And I've been worried about having them just lying in a stack because I didn't really have anywhere to put them. So they were just lying there, and it's not good because because I'm a smoker, so they will get smoky and yellow with a little bit of time. So yeah, it's good to have them in those files. That helps a lot. So yeah, this is looking good so far. Hi Heather, nice to see you. For my birthday, oh, my dream markers, Yeah, that's like a dream. If everybody gives me one, if everybody who ever got a freebie from me give me one marker of a Copics, then I will have the whole set a couple of times, I think. But it's the Copics. Those are like the dream to have them. But they are very expensive. Copics. I don't have any. I don't even have one. I have one pen, like a fine liner pen, I think, in Copic. Because I thought that one won't, it won't hurt to have that single one, just to have it. But I don't have any of the markers. What I dream of is to having the refillable ones, so that they can be refilled. So it's not the Chow Copics, because the Chow Copics are also just a one time. You can't refill on those, I think. So I guess it's the ones that are classic or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I should make a list with all the single ones. It'd be hard to keep a track of, like an Amazon wish list. That would be neat. And then it would be like, yeah, if somebody sent me, then I would be like getting a lot of funny presents for my birthday. Awesome, that's great, Bev. Yeah, that's the Copic ones, the Copics. They're awfully expensive. And they have, I think it's over 300 colors. It's really a lot. Really a lot. So yeah, but I do have a lot of markers, but those, I like the fact that you can refill, but there's others that you can refill also. The Spectrum Noirs you can refill. I don't have those either yet. I wish that Winsor Newton would make refillable of those Letraset Pro markers, because they are just gorgeous, gorgeous colors. They bought the Letraset Pro markers and are continuing the line. And they actually have several lines also. We have a water-based marker line as well. So it would be nice if they make the Letraset with the refills, because they're really also nice markers. And I should still go to that shop where they have these to see if they got the refills, refillable ones, if they got them made yet. But I think they were still in production phase when I was talking to them last. It could be cool to go and see. I'm gonna post a lot more videos with these ones so that they can see that I'm using them. And then maybe they are probably the closest ones to, because they already gave me 2 sets, so they might, want to sponsor me for this Weirdie day. Maybe, you never know. But it takes that I have to go to the shop and say hello, and I'm not really good at that. I should do it, I know, but I'm so bad at it. In the next couple of days, I'm gonna be like, it's gonna be hectic. On Wednesday, I both have to go to have a breakfast in the school at 8 o'clock in the morning. I mean, who wants to have a breakfast in the school with everyone at 8 o'clock in the morning? I mean, whoever made up that sick idea, yeah, it wasn't me. Definitely wasn't me. But yeah, I have to, because Victoria is happy that I, if I come. So it's just one of those things that I have to do. But then we also have a parents meeting in the evening. So it's like the whole day I have to go back and forth to the school. I have to go there in the morning and have a breakfast there, like actually stay there, go up the stairs and everything, and stay there for an hour or something, having breakfast. With everyone. And the room is too little for so many people, so it's really annoying and noisy. So yeah, and then I have to go and pick up Victoria and take her home, and then I have to go back again an hour or something later to go to parents meeting. So I think that's really annoying. And then Thursday she's gonna get the new classes to find out which class, who's gonna be her classmates and who's gonna be her new teachers and everything. So she's really worried and nervous, and that's one of the reasons why she wasn't in school today, because today they weren't gonna have their normal teachers because they were having like a whole day meeting, all the teachers, to sort of see who they were gonna put together in the new classes. Um, so yeah, that's interesting too. Um, and Friday, then she will get picked up by my cousin's husband, and she'll be going there for the weekend. And Sunday they're gonna drive her to the birthday party, and then the dad from the birthday party is gonna bring her back here when they're going back from the birthday thingy. So yeah, so I'm gonna have like a free weekend. A free weekend. That is nice. I'm gonna make this one. This red. I like this red. It's a very lovely red. Deep dark one. I like that. Hopefully the next one will be even deeper. Yeah, they're totally. They are refillable. I didn't think that the chow markers were refillable. I think it's just a matter of the selection of colors and then the refillable thing. I think is that they're like they're supposed to be the Rolls Royce of markers, uh, the Copics. Nu må du altså gå ind og lægge dig. Nå, det er dig. Undskyld, Vibeke, du skal ikke gå ind og lægge dig. Så får du lige den med på vej. Nu må du altså gå ind og lægge dig til at sove, ikke? Yeah, I just told, I thought it was Victoria walking by again, because it wasn't the big noise that normally comes when my dad comes walking through. So I said, now you have to go and lie down. So it turned out that it was my dad's friend. Og det var godt, du kunne godt lide det. Nej, men det er jo fordi, de ikke gider at smage på det. De er underlige. Ja, ja, han er underlig op hovedet. Ja. Så ja. Nå, men det er jeg glad for at høre. Det var så lidt. Det var godt. Ja, det var glasnudler lavet som salat med ja, sådan noget lidt spicy dressing-agtigt, men også med noget sesamolie. Koriander. Nej, jeg har brugt soja og fiskesauce og lime juice, limesaft, frisk lime og hvidløg og chili, og så var der koriander i. Tak. Jamen det er jo derfor, hun ikke vil smage på noget, fordi hun hører, hvad han siger. Ja. Det var godt. Det er jeg glad for at høre. Well, she really liked the food, and she doesn't understand why my dad and my daughter won't eat my food because she thinks that I'm really great at cooking and that my food tastes really good. And she agrees with me that it's because of my dad's attitude that my daughter won't eat it. Um, so that's good. So she liked it. That's nice. It's always nice to hear that somebody liked what you did. Sleep well. Sleep well, Christina. Yeah, it could be cool. Yeah, if I made the wish list on Amazon Germany, because to get them on the international Amazon, it would be far too pricey with the shipping and the import tax. But if it's from the German Amazon, then it would be then it's not a problem. So I can see if I can maybe make a wish list there. But that's a long time. Yeah, probably. I don't know. I don't have any of them, so I haven't really tried them ever because I was like thinking, no, I'm not gonna even buy any because they're too expensive. So, um, and I'm such an OCD person with stuff like that. So, I'll be like, eh. If I really like them, I'll be like, oh, I have to get one, I have to get one, I have to get one. So I was thinking, if I don't get them, then I'm not gonna be obsessive about it and about collecting them. Um, and I have so many lovely markers also. So, but I don't think that I will have so many soon because I'm using them up pretty quickly. I'm lucky with the chameleons. I do have the refills, so with those they will probably last me longer. And now that I got those new touch, that will help as well. Um, because I do see that they will be. We'll see how long I will be. I also have a lot of tiger markers, so far so good. We are secure in the marker base, at least for a little time. But it does go fast when you're coloring every day. I think it goes really fast, and also because mine are bigger. What I color, they're pretty big. I think this is looking really good with the colors. I think it's looking good. It was so funny because Victoria had put on a movie about a little cute dinosaur and a panda bear, like a cartoon movie at the dinner. And I was sitting looking at the movie, and then I was looking at her because she was the one who insisted to put it on. Um, and I was like following it, and I was thinking, oh, that's not a bad movie. Victoria was doing something on her iPad. She wasn't even watching the movie, so I was like the only one watching the movie. That was kind of funny. Yeah. Not if it's sent through Amazon Germany. Then I don't have to pay duty because it's from Germany. So so that's why I always it has to be from Amazon Germany. Um, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it eats up a lot of ink. Rose. Yeah. Hi, Karen. Nice to see you. Yeah. Okay. I will. You know. if you guys want it, I will make a wish list and I will post it. But it's like in July that I have a birthday. It's a long time. It's a long time before it's my birthday. But I could try to make a wish list. And then I can see which ones are the most rainbowy colors. So I just put all of them on the wish list, single ones. It could be fun and see. Yeah, no, might be fun. I don't know. Yeah, this is looking good. I like this pinky one. To me, this is a pink. Let's see what they're calling it. They are saying that it's a violet pink. I think that my eyes are getting a little bit worse. Or it's just that they print everything with such small letters. I think it's a letter. It's a letter that they print everything with small letters. It's definitely nothing wrong with my eyes. But I was happy to make that album today with putting in now, you know, there's still for a lot more in there so that they can all be protected. It's also easier to show them off. Maybe I should bring that album to the Viking shop when I try to see if they want to sponsor some more style file markers for the project of Color Weirdie Day. I mean, the more I color with theirs, the better for them, the more exposure for hopefully they will see something in that and a value. I mean, they could also share the Color Weirdie videos on their website. That could be cool. I mean, it would be good exposure for them, but it would also be great exposure for me. If they wanted to like use the speed videos on my on their at least the ones where I'm using Stylefile, or on their Facebook. I don't know if they have a Facebook. I'll have to check that. No, not if it's sent from German Amazon, but if it's sent from the States Amazon, I think, you know, if it's from the States, the problem you will have there is that the price will double because of the shipping to Denmark. But if the value is under, I think if the value is under 70 Danish kroners, then I don't have to pay import tax. But it is it's decided upon the value of the parcel. But for instance, like if a marker was, let's say that was $7, and then the shipping was $7, then I have to pay import tax of the total amount. That would amount to 14 because I also have to pay import tax of the shipping, which I think is a total ludicrous because you should only pay import tax of the actual price of the product. So I think it's a, and then the worst thing about the import tax is not the import tax itself, it's the handling fee. The handling fee that the postal charges for charging you the income tax. That one is set at a specific amount that all the transactions cost, and that is sometimes amounts to way more than actually the product and the income tax together. So import tax together is like it's a total stupid system. Yeah, it's a stupid system, and that's why, you know, if it's bought on Amazon Germany and sent from Amazon Germany, then those fees and stuff like import tax don't apply because it's already in the price. The whole VAT, European VAT, is in there, but it's a very stupid system, especially that thing that the post office charges a handling fee for charging you the import tax fee. It's like ridiculous. And then that amount can, is so high. It just doesn't make sense. Just doesn't make sense. I think it's 160 kronas or 180 for each one. So let me just see, I'll just calculate. So like, let's see, if you buy something at $7, yeah, then you pay $7 in shipping, let's say $14. Then out of those $14, I have to pay 25%, which is 3.5. So that's plus 3.5, plus 3.5. And then we have 17.5, and that equals 115 Danish kroners. But then I would have to, on top of that, pay 160, 24, almost $25 in a handling fee. You see, it's just like, it's a never-ending cost circle. And that's even more than the product would cost, and the import tax altogether. So that's like, it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. And they are charge you this import tax, which is their job. And I don't understand why they should charge you extra for doing what their job is. If you send it via Amazon, then I would have to, if it's from the international, from the US Amazon. But if it's from the German Amazon, then I wouldn't have to pay anything. So if I make the wish list on the German Amazon, then it's not a problem. But I would have to pay this import tax and handling fee if it's from the international Amazon. But if it wasn't sent through Amazon and it was sent like a present, and it was stated clearly that it was a present and it didn't have any value, then I don't think I would have to pay. But if it's sent through Amazon, then it would be. It's a strange system. That's why sometimes if there's been something, then I've asked somebody to buy it for me there and then just send it to me as a present. If it's something that I can't get. So the dog is barking. It has the most annoying bark. Like it really, like really ear-pinching bark. So yeah, it's a complicated matter, this thing with the import taxes and all that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, here they cost a lot. In Denmark, they cost even more. Yeah, you have to have a very light hand, Shireen, with these ones bleed and the touch markers bleed. But if you have a very light hand, then you can control the bleed, and you just stay a little bit away from the black, and then they will just bleed out to there. But yeah, the Sharpies also bleed a lot. Probably a PayPal is probably the cheapest. I don't know. I don't even remember what they cost in the shop here, but they are very pricey because the shops here are putting on their profits high. I think, yeah. Anyways, right now I'm using style file markers. These ones, style file markers. I like those. But I use a lot of different kinds of markers. I like switching from marker to marker and using different ones. Yeah, yeah, I should do that. That's a good suggestion, Carol, to make some advertisement inside of the book. I do try to make a lot of videos and spread them around as much as I can. This is a very dark purple. I think the next book will probably be Weirdie Dallas 3, and there it could be cool to advertise the Weirdie a day. I think that would be fitting. Yeah, if the value is over 80 kronas, that's right, Tine. But if it's like, if I make a wish list on Amazon, Germany, then there won't be any of those import taxes or any of that with it. The problem really is that I can't pay with PayPal on Amazon. This is looking good. And what comes in on my PayPal, I get tax from, and they what's called counter it towards my social. That means if I earn $1, they counter it with $1 off my social. So if everybody send it, it would be sort of counted as that, I think, as my income. So in that respect, it might not. I'll have to see if that counts. If it, I think it might be complicated because of the accounting part. Yeah. It might be complicated. I think I can hear Victoria's voice. She's supposed to be sleeping. Oh. So yeah, it's a complicated. That's why it would be easier if it's like a wish list and sent through Amazon Germany, because then I will get it. I mean, the best way is just the wish list on the German Amazon. How are the colored markers actually? How do they work? I've only seen nice reviews about them. I live in Denmark. No, it won't be good using the PayPal for them. Yeah. 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 I think that's around that $13 is 80 kronas. I think the best is probably, if I make a wish list on Amazon Germany, and then it's easy because with the wish list you also put in your address and everything, so they already have all the info if somebody sends it, and then it's crossed off the list so that if somebody else is getting something, then it's no longer on the list, the one that's gotten. And I think that that's probably the most simple way and the cheapest way, I think, because it's still cheaper there than it is here. But this is a long time to July. This one, I think he's a Martian Weirdie. I think so. Victoria, sover du? Hvis du kan svare, så sover du jo ikke, vel? Du skal lægge dig til at sove. She's asking Victoria if she was sleeping, and then she was going like, and I'm like, well, if you can answer, then you're definitely not sleeping. So it's because she wanted to sleep in her own room and not in my room. But that's right next to my dad's room, and he's got his friend visiting, so it might not be the best idea. Maybe it was better if she had just slept in my room. So, a little party anymore. So I think I'm gonna go here, start that one off there, and there. So yeah, I'm gonna, I have a sand in my eyes. You know that feeling when your eyes are tired? Maybe it's just the draft that is making the smoke go in my eyes. So maybe if I wasn't smoking, I wouldn't get sand in my eyes. Yeah, that's not a problem. Anyone can get something on Amazon Germany, and you will use the same. It's the same username and everything as you have on the Amazon.com. Absolutely the same. So there's no real difference if you sign in there. It's the same sign in as you use on the international one, on the .com Amazon. So it doesn't matter where you live because you order the Amazon that is closest to who you're buying to. So that's no problem. You can easily access it. And I think if you have a Prime, it also counts there. I think so. I can't guarantee it because I don't have the Prime. I tried to get the Prime when it was just coming out, but my bank kept refusing to pay it. So it's a huge hassle. So in the end, I gave up on getting the Amazon Prime, which is probably a good thing because I wouldn't have gotten anything out of it because I didn't know at that time that it wouldn't count for me. But then maybe yeah, it would have counted on the German one, so it would have counted for me. But it was just my bank refused the payment back when they made it. Um, because at that time I did have the money and I could pay for it, but it was just made so difficult. So in the end, I gave up, and now there's no way that I can get the Prime at the moment. I have to wait. Um, and then I'm thinking, I don't buy that much on Amazon anyway, so maybe it wouldn't really, you know, be the best deal for me. So I'm not sure. But I do find myself turning more and more to Amazon instead of buying it here in Denmark, because most of the things that I might want to buy, I can actually get cheaper if I buy it on Amazon Germany. Okay, that's good to know. I have to look at them to see, um, to check them out. I have to have a look, because I do have a feeling that they're branded, the ones of Color It. Um, and I do think that the branded ones are all the same as the touch ones, because I see a lot of them with different names, but they're definitely the same, as the touch, the new touch, the touch 5, and all of them. I'm thinking that a lot of those are essentially the same, uh, just different brands, different brand names. Because if you invest and you make a brand name, uh, yeah, then some people will swear to buy those because they like the brand name, and then they automatically think that those markers are better than others because they like the brand or they like the style of the brand or something like that. But essentially, a lot of them are the same. So that's why there's a lot of markers that I haven't tried, because I am quite sure that they're the same as the other ones. Der er jo ikke nogen, der byder mig, når du har dem. Altså, jeg sidder jo her og arbejder. Jeg kan ikke bare hælde op og alt muligt. Så må du lige tage den ind, og så hælde op hen ved bordet. Skal jeg ikke tage den med ind? Utroligt. Oh my god. It's interesting. Sometimes I get really annoyed. So it seems like everybody wants to talk with me when I'm doing this, like, I'm sitting, concentrating, doing something. But it seems that I'm like, yeah, it's kind of annoying. I think so too. Yeah, I would, of course, yeah, I would post the link to the list. Oh, that's cool, Julie. Thank you. I love these colors too. Um, they're good markers, and yeah, I chose these today to try them out. Made a list of colors and then just trying to get them. I always sort of work a lot in the rainbow. Nu skal du gå ind i seng.
Jamen, jeg vil bare have...
Altså, skal jeg til at blive sur? Altså, Basse vader herinde, du vader herinde, der er ingen, der lukker dørene. Hvad er det for noget? Oh, everybody seems to just be walking by when they're supposed to be just leaving me be for one thing or the other. And my dad comes and wants my wine. Interesting. He's buying really good bottles of wine, and he's not offering me a glass of it. And then when he runs out, he thinks, "Gider du lukke den dør ud til gangen?" And then when he runs out of his really good wine that he buys, then he comes and takes mine. Same as when he runs out of cigarettes, he comes and takes mine. And that it annoys me a bit because I don't mind sharing, but not if it's always me sharing. I want to have them share it as well. So yeah, anyways, hopefully they will quiet down and leave me alone so that I can focus instead of having everybody running around me constantly. It's kind of annoying. So let's hope that they rest now and just leave me be with my things that I'm coloring, and I'm trying to focus and talk, and you know, it's just disturbing when people are constantly walking in here for one thing or the other. I don't know if they know that I'm doing video. Yeah, I have a few months. Exactly. Well, you know, yeah, you have wine too. Wine. Yeah. But it's just, yeah. It's because my living room is in the middle of the whole apartment, and to go to the kitchen or the big bathroom, you have to pass my room. Everybody is just always, it's like the train station. It's actually pretty annoying because I like to be private, and there is no way that I can be private at all because everybody just walks through like it's a railway station or waiting room or something like that. And it really isn't. It's my living room where I'm trying to sort of relax and work. But I do understand, you know, if you have to go to the kitchen, you kind of have to sort of pass through my room. But if you have to go to the toilet, you can go to the other toilet. That is a small toilet. It's a guest toilet. And you can easily do your business there because I go there, you know. It's not that difficult. So there's no need to go into my room. Once everything is done in the kitchen, then nobody needs to walk through my room, through my living room. And it's like, you know, the only place where I can close the door is my bedroom. But I can't very well move everything in and sit and work in the bedroom because that would be kind of difficult. So yeah, maybe I should try and see, and maybe I can get some peace. But yeah, usually they're in bed and everything's quiet, so it's not that often that they are running back and forth constantly. But I'm betting that there's somebody who's going to have problems getting up tomorrow, and that someone is going to be Victoria because it's very late, and I've said to her like 100 times that she needs to sleep. And it doesn't seem to have registered yet. So we'll see what happens with that. It's going to be, I'm not quite sure where I'm going to start with these ones. So Ah, I think so far the cheapest that I've gotten is this is the touch markers that I got because that was $30 for 80, and that's really cheap. So that's definitely well. The black ones were actually even less. They were $28 for 80 markers. So that was even cheaper. So that's pretty cheap. That's cheaper than my tiger markers actually, and they work really well. I will say that there's not that many because the grays are very many. So like in the strong colors, there's not that many to choose from, but but they're really good, and that counts for something. Because I had thought that they would be crappy. So it just goes to prove that a marker doesn't have to be expensive to work well or be good. It doesn't have to. A lot of cheap markers are bad, but those weren't at all. So there was no streakiness or nothing bad about them. They work fine. You just have to get used to them bleeding a lot, um, and have a feather touch with them, and then they will be perfectly fine. So, and you get a lot of value for money. That's definitely sure with those. I think um, I usually one of the things that is important for me is the light fastness, and I have no idea how light fast they are. Um, but since now that I have them in the folder with they're not exposed to sunlight. Uh, but if I was to sell the originals, if I was to have an expo with the originals, then I might be worried about the light fastness. Um, I know with these and with the Letraset Pro markers and you know the Faber-Castell ones that I'm working with something that is light fast, um, and that's a lot to do with the colors also. Whereas it's quite important. It's quite important if you wanna sell originals or have them hanging on a wall. I'm thinking that I just want to use this blue here and start this off with this blue. I think that would be a nice contrast, and just to switch it up a bit here, do something different. Ooh, I missed the spot. I missed the spot. Um, yeah. How can that happen? How can that possibly happen? Well, it happens all the time. Oh, I want to show you the one that I wanted to do today because it's a new Weirdie. It's for Weirdie's 20, I think. Yeah, Weirdie's 20. Just gonna show you uh, this one. I will be doing this one hopefully tomorrow on the Patreon site. I'll be sending it out today, I think, and hopefully I'll be able to do it tomorrow after I get Victoria to school. I think that one will be so much fun. I have a big plan for it. I had so much fun drawing it. So it's a new generation Weirdie for the next complete set of Weirdies. That there was actually 3 new Weirdies born today, and this one was not one of them. This one is from a couple of days ago, but it's a really nice one. It's fun to hear me speak Danish. Hi Ross, nice to see you. Yeah. Yeah, it's a really cool one. And I have this plan with this one that I'm just gonna only start here and then let it develop down there and up here and see how it develops. So just gonna have one starting point on it and then just let it go from there. I think it's gonna be really funny. It has that sort of a cool expression. So I'm looking forward to working on him. And I really wanted to do him today. I had him printed. I had everything ready to do him this morning. After I get Victoria to school, and then she was like, "Yeah, but we don't have any of our teachers today, and it's all replacement teachers, and I don't want to go." And I know, she's worried about this whole change in the school and everything. And I was thinking, when they're gonna have replacement teachers, they're not gonna have anything of their curriculum anyways. Besides, she's the head of the curriculum anyway, so it doesn't really have that much of an importance if she. I don't know. Yeah. So I just said, well, okay, then just stay home. Besides, she was also really knackered this morning because she didn't sleep early either yesterday, and well, she never really sleeps early, but yesterday was worse because the day before she was sleeping at her friend's place and we fell asleep really late. So then it's of course even harder to go to sleep early next day if you've slept really late. So yeah, it sort of bites itself in the tail. And now of course she's still not sleeping, so it's going to be interesting to see what it's going to be like tomorrow morning. I like this color. It's a really lovely blue. I'm starting to like this blue a lot. This is lovely. Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. And we have so little time left of the first month. Then we are already, today I'm gonna hit up the last one of the month, I think. And then, yeah, tomorrow I'll be hitting up the 1st of February. So that's, we're moving. So you'll have to remember, get the Weirdies that are on PayHip. If you're missing any of them, get them, because in February I will be taking all of those down. Why? Well, because 31 single posts they will, just to make it easier on to find things on the PayHip. And so when we're like a couple of days into February, I will take down all the Weirdies from January. So you'll have to remember to get your Weirdies from January before I take them down, so that you have them. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Hi, Chris. You don't have to color. You can just hang out. Just hang out, Ross. So, yeah. I think I'm gonna go here. It sort of fits in there. And they called me from that new thing that I have to go on, this activation thing. They called me today, the new mentor called me, and she sounded like, I don't know, I don't like to judge people beforehand, but I could hear that I'm not sure we will be getting along very well. She called me up and she goes like, yeah, I'm gonna be your new mentor and I'll be following you through everything here in this that you're gonna be on, and I want to meet you. I want you to come out here and meet me. And I say, okay, yeah, when? And she says, well, Friday would be good. And then she says, what time is good for you? Friday morning it's sometimes. And I said, well, 12 would be a good time, Friday. Yeah, 12, a.m. It's just going to be 12 noon. And then she says, no, I was thinking a bit earlier, like 9 or 10. And then I said, well, I can't. It's going to be 12 or later. Not going to listen to that. And then I was actually out. I was in a shop with Victoria. So I said to her, please call me tomorrow because I'm standing in the middle of the shop. Then we'll make an arrangement of when. But I'm not going to go there at earlier than 12. I'm not going to go there earlier than 12. That's it. I'm not having it. I'm so sick of them telling me what to do. So if she wants to see me, it will be 12 or the latest 1. Actually, 1 wouldn't be good because I have to make it back before 2 o'clock. So 12 is the time where I can do it. And they'll just have to work with what I got. For so many years, I've just been dancing after their pipe, doing everything the way they wanted, coming everywhere at the break of dawn and everything, and yeah. So if they can't take the fact that I say that Friday I can at 12, then yeah, then they'll have to make it Monday at 12. Then I don't care. I can't on Friday before until 12. Yeah. So we'll see what she says tomorrow. If she complies, it would be nice for her to comply because then we would start off on the right foot, like with a little bit of mutual respect. Because if she insists on very early, then we're already on a bad foot. Also because I like to come at it. I have to take. It takes me time to just have to go out to the area where the place is. That just it will gonna leave me like non-sleeping all night because I'll be worried and nervous and it will take me some time just to pull myself together to go out the door and get in the bus and then in the train and then in another bus, and it's very stressful for me because of the post-traumatic stress disorder, and that I don't like to go to the area where it's located. Then it's not easy for me to go there, but I can't explain that to her while I'm standing in the middle of a shop, and everybody's listening, or everybody can hear what I'm saying. I mean, I don't like to stand and talk about private things in the middle of a shop. So they'll have to understand that I'm having issues just going out the door and going outside of the area where I live. I mean, it's not, yeah. It's something that takes time to get used to. I mean, it's not something that you just do. If you're like in my shoes, you don't just do it. It's just not that easy. And I'm sick of them assuming that you can do everything all the time, because I can't. And the sooner that they realize that that's the way it is, the better. Because I think they also need to respect some of my limitations. I've been sent to this because of my limitations, so then they should also take that into consideration before they start pushing me around. Because otherwise I'll just terminate it. And then nobody gets anything out of it. Because I'm sick of being sent out and useless, stupid stuff. I think I've been to 4 times I've been to job application courses. Job application courses in how to apply for a job, how to write a CV. I mean, this is like beyond me that they can send you out to that same stupid course 4 or 5 times where you have to be there for like 13 weeks every day from 8 to 3 o'clock. It's just sort of like a open prison or something. You just have to sign in. You don't learn anything. You don't get anything out of it because you just parked. You just have to punch in at a certain time and walk out at a certain time. Stay there those hours. Is useless. You know, if they really want to do courses and stuff, then do something that actually really helps people beyond having a title that seems like it helps people. It's like crazy. I remember the first one I was sent out to. The first time I was actually being enthusiastic because I thought it might help me, you know, that, you know, maybe I'll learn something. Maybe this will be good for me. Yeah, right. So they had, the first task was that we had to write a list of our competencies, like of what we're good at, a list of what we can do. So I sat down and I wrote 2 pages of all the things that I can do. And I gave the lady the piece of paper and I went outside to smoke. Because obviously she had set off like 1 hour and a half to do this task and it took me about 5 minutes. Then when I came back, we were all called in for a personal conversation with her, one by one. And then when I came in, she said, "Did you make your list before you came here?" And I said, "No, I didn't know that we were supposed to make a list. You told us when we came that you needed us to make that list, so I made it when you told us. I mean, how was I supposed to know beforehand what you were going to ask us?" "Oh, it's just because you did it really fast and it's a long list." And I say, "Well, I'm fast and I have worked with a lot of different things in my life and I know a lot of things, so yeah, it's what I can do." And then she was like, "Yeah, you know, I think I probably am not the best to guide you, so I'm gonna try to talk to one of my superiors to maybe have a meeting with you." I'm like, "Okay, that's fine, you know, that's at least being honest, you know, that it is out of her area." So then I get into the superior and the superior says, "You know, I think you should just go home and I will just write that you're doing something at home the next couple of days and then come back in 3-4 days." Okay. So that was the help that I was offered. There was nothing that they could figure out how to help me because they thought I was overqualified anyways. Yeah. There was another girl who was writing her list and she said, "Yeah, but I never really worked with anything. I only just cleaned on the school." And then she said, "Well, then you can write that you're good at vacuuming and that you're good at emptying garbage. It's about taking the right cap on. Are you good at shopping?" And she says, "What do you mean?" "Well, do you go to the supermarket and shop?" And she said, "Yeah, of course I do. I mean, I cook and, you know." "Well, you can write that on the list. Then you have something you're good at." It was like ridiculous. And then you had the people who didn't even speak Danish who was there. They were just sitting on a chair waiting until they could leave again. So yeah, great activation. Really helps people. It helps people get started. It helps people into deep depression. It's more like it. So yeah, they should hire me to do the job seeking courses. I could do that. If I could only get there and stand in front of all the people. Well, I can stand in front of all the people, but it'll just drain me. But I could actually help them. I could probably give them something helpful. Same courses, yeah, is amazing. No, she won't come to me. I have to go there. I have to go there. So if it was the mentor system I was in before, then she would come to me if I wanted it. But now they put me in a business-oriented mentorship and course. I think they have like some different things out there. I don't know. But it's more like because I don't get the psychology help, and then maybe on this one I can get some sort of therapy as well. So that's we'll have to see about it. Yeah, you can hear that I'm not thrilled. I'm not positive, totally positive. I've lost my yes cap some years ago after the fourth useless course they sent me on. I sort of like lost and abandoned my yes cap, the little yes hat. It got lost somewhere. Now it's a no cap. It's a no cap. I don't know. The system is funny, and I think sometimes the system is degrading you and sort of assuming that you're an idiot just because you don't have a job, which is quite ridiculous because I'm very far from an idiot. So yeah, I could probably be useful in a lot of ways. If somebody would take a chance on giving me a real job, I could probably be very good if I could work from home. That's where I'm best. I mean, I also like, I offered a lot of times. I said, well, I could go out and do things with the elderly in the old people's homes, like do coloring or drawing or something, creative. Because if I could be sent out and do something creative, then I would be helping others with what I'm good at. But no. So anyways, yeah. I would like to do something that could help others. I did almost get a job at a psych ward, at a closed psych ward. They needed somebody for creative, um, creative things to do with the patients. But I think you have to have some special courses or something. I don't know. She never got back to me, the head psychologist there, because she thought that I would be perfect for the job. But of course, I had my little thoughts about it because it's quite dangerous working in a closed psych ward. But I think that I would probably be good at it. Um, and I would love to do something creative that could help. It could help others. I think that would be very nice. This is also quite a nice green. What is it called? Peacock green. Godnat, kom godt hjem og sov godt. So my dad's friend is leaving with her little doggy. My dad has been a babysitter again today. It's a dog, he just like, the best thing he knows, this dog, is if I go to the kitchen. When he comes here, he always runs straight to the kitchen, and if I'm not there, he looks like really disappointed. Uh, yeah, it's funny. My dog, he used to think that the kitchen was his favorite show. He would always be standing at the doorstep because I didn't allow him in. He was really big, and I had a really small kitchen. I speak Spanish too, yeah. I mean, there's lots of stuff I could do, but yeah. Well, my old dog, he would like if he was. I had a small kitchen, so if he was in the kitchen, it would be really heavy because he was a 60-kilo dog. That's like 120 pounds of dog. So he would just be just on the doorstep, in the doorway, watching me like he'd cook, and he would be drooling. He was a bull mastiff, so he was a heavy drooler, and he'd just be there watching every step, sucking out all the juiciness of the food, just like with his mind power. It was so much fun. I really had fun with that. Um, so yeah. I worked for something called telemedicine clinic in Spain, in Barcelona, and there I worked from home on the computer, and that worked out really well. I just went into the office maybe once a week for meetings, and the other meetings I would take care of on Skype. So that was pretty cool. I liked that job, but they fired me when I was pregnant, so when I got pregnant. So that was a bad thing to do. And I sued them for it. So I don't really have any recommendations from them because I sued them. And I won, of course. But I settled because they fired me and another girl who was pregnant too. And the other girl, she wanted to settle because she needed money right away. So, and if I had drawn out the case, then, she would have had to wait. And she couldn't wait with getting her money. So I sort of just settled because of her. But if I hadn't settled, I would have won quite a huge amount of money, and I would have had my job back. They wouldn't have been able to fire me for 3 years, and I would have won because what they did was not by the book. They just thought that since I was a foreigner, that I didn't know that there were laws about that in Spain as well. So they just assumed that I wouldn't do anything about it, and they assumed wrong because it was really unfair. Besides, I wasn't going to take that leave, that maternity leave, because I was working from home anyways. I could easily have worked from home with the baby as well, so it wouldn't have been that big of a issue that they were worried that it would be. Victoria, nu må du altså lægge dig til at sove. Jamen, så må du gøre det nu, fordi jeg gider ikke at høre mere nu. It's like almost 12 o'clock, and now she's gonna go to my bed. Oh my God. I'll have to be the angry mom for once. Well, sometimes you have to be the angry mom as well. Can't always be the sweetie mom. Not when it's this late. And I mean, I told her already at 9 you have to go to bed. And then she was like, yeah, but can I watch iPad? And I said, yeah, well, then you can do 20 minutes. And I gave her more. And then she just kept on talking. So now mom is not a happy camper anymore. Now it's too much. I think I would... I saw that there was somewhere where they needed a content manager. That's usually for social media. I think I might be good at that. I did make a social media account once for an airline where I did all of it and worked it up. That was a lot of work, and they had promised me a job. And then after I made their Facebook and worked it everything up and made material and content and everything, then all of a sudden I was locked out of the account, and they didn't need me anymore because everything was working and they could take care of it themselves after I taught them how to. So that was nice. So I've learned not to help anymore. Then they'll have to hire me first. Oh my god. I think my dad is toast. Totally toast. Yeah, that's the way it is sometimes. So I think I'll continue this one here. Yeah. It's not easy. It's not easy to be a 17-year-old boy caught in a 73-year-old man's body, is it? He's gonna be feeling so bad tomorrow. And then he'll be like, I think I'm really sick. No, you have a hangover. No, you're not sick, you have a hangover. It's quite normal. Yeah. You know, and the funny thing is every time that he's like really worried that he's really sick and he will have to go to the doctor because maybe he's dying or something. He's just like, well, you know, you have a hangover. It's you're getting older, you can't handle it anymore. It's like, you know, you're not 17, even though you try to act like you are, but it's not gonna make you 17, is it? Oh, I missed this one. So yeah, I can't help but laugh because it's kind of funny. It's kind of sad, but it's also kind of funny and kind of ridiculous. But at least, you know, at least he's living, you know. At least he's not, you know, he's still living in his own way. So I guess that's good. You know, it would be worse if he was just sitting there thinking, you know, that life was over or something. That would be sad, you know. So even though it's a little bit childish, the way that he acts, then at least, you know, he's you know, alive and still living life and trying to make the best of it. And so in that respect, that is kind of cool. When it's not too annoying, then it's kind of cool. This is nice. I think he's turning out really pretty, yeah? I think he's gonna be really nice. Have a nice dinner, Rose. See you tomorrow. Husbands need to get fed sometimes too. That's the nice thing about not having a boyfriend every day. Imagine if I had to feed him every day. Whoa, I would have to cook so much food It would be incredible. I would be cooking like 5 kilos of potatoes every day or something like that, just to sort of make sure that he doesn't starve to death. So that's good. That it's only like once or twice a week that I see him. That fits me quite fine. Otherwise, I think I would start getting like really tired very quickly. This is good. I'm liking him, and it's a lot of colors. We're not even through all of them yet, so that's kind of neat. I did choose quite a lot of colors, but I just thought would be nice to see a lot of colors on him and not just like a little bit, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. I really love this one. I mean, I think he's just a bomb. He's got such a great expression and nice flow. Like, yeah, you feel here. It's a good flow. I bet I was having a really great day when I made him. You see, this one is darker again. It's really hard to judge. Of course, I should have taken out my color chart that I made of them. I didn't. So now this is a new kind of color chart of them. I think now it's going to start to get quiet because Victoria's in my bed. So that's going to help. It's going to help. I think it's probably best for her to sleep in there. When my dad has his friend over, then my daughter is distracted because she also wants to, and she can hear through, she can open the door. And but it's just, it would be also nice if she sleeps in her own bed. So it's sort of like a double-edged thing. I think what I'm gonna do when like her aunt and cousin are coming from Ecuador for the first time, I'm gonna meet Victoria's aunt, Victoria's dad's sister, and Victoria's cousin. They're coming here in they're coming to Europe in the end of February, I think around the 20th, until like they have to go back on the 14th of March or something like that. So yeah, and when they're gonna come here probably for 10 days, and then I think for 7 of the days Victoria's dad will come too. Yes, I'll have to do that. And the Patreon. I'll have to put the Weirdie a Day and the Patreon in. Okay, sleep well, Tina. Sleep well. Oh, you're tired today, Candice. But it's good you're listening to me. I'm just babbling. Cool, Tina. You're so sweet. Thank you. No, but then Victoria's dad will also come for 7 days with them. And then I think, because there's a little, really, really tiny room across from my bedroom. But right now it's really full of stuff. Stuff that I sorted out from her room and stuff that my dad was putting everywhere that don't go nowhere. So it's full of stuff that actually should be stored in the attic. But I can't walk up to the attic. So I can't take it away myself. And my dad can't with his shoulder. So it's just lying there. It's just like stuffed up that little room. And I want Victoria's dad to empty it out so that we can put in a bed for Victoria and maybe her wardrobe, so that she can actually sleep in that room because that will remove her from being in the room right next to my dad. I mean, she will still have that room but just with her toys. And then she will just, the little room is just only for a size of a little bed. And maybe she can have the closet and her clothes there. But it might just only be room enough for a bed. But if she can have, well, if he can make one that is a high-rise bed, you know, built-in one, he can do that. I know he can, because he can do anything. Even if I don't have the money for it, then he can invent it, because he's great at that. So I want him to do that while he's here, so that she can sleep in that little room and not get so distracted by my dad. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. He is gonna get that green here, because I love this green, and that's just I don't care if I also did it on the previous one, because I just love this color. So it's going in here, but it's not exactly the same as the one I have on the cover that I colored the first time. It's not exactly the same, but of course it is. Also, I'm using the green in his face, but I just really like it, so I guess there's nothing wrong with that. I just think that his face needs to be green. For me, he's a green-faced one. He's my little green Martian man, Weirdie. I have a big plans for the videos for the end of the first month, and I'm really, really hoping that I can make those plans. You know, that I can actually complete what I have in my head. It will be a big surprise to all of you, I think. But I think it will be very nice. I think you will love it, but I won't say anything more, because oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, Tina. Thank you. That is so great, Ross. Thank you so much. That is so cool. I'm so happy to hear that. I was a little bit, because I called my, well, you know, I wrote a message to my cousin about that I needed help with the YouTube, if she would please, you know, her and her husband subscribe and maybe play the playlist, because if you can't, you know, you can ask your family about stuff like that, no? And she never answered. And then yesterday, because we had asked if Victoria could come in the weekend, then I called her husband, because I had to ask about this with the birthday on Sunday, if they could take her there instead of taking her here. And then I said, hey, how about the YouTube? Did you get my message? And did you do it? Did you subscribe? And he's like, what message? And I said, well, I sent to your wife, to my cousin. He's like, I didn't hear anything. Can you send a message to me? Then I'll look into it. And well, of course, he will do it. And I did that. But, you know, the thing is, every time I get a new subscriber on YouTube, I do get an alert. So I can actually see who my new subscriber is. I can see their name. And none of them did it. They didn't go and subscribe. So I was really disappointed. I think that is disappointing. Because when they asked me to help them, when they made a business account for their business on Facebook, I helped them, and I shared, and I went and liked their posts and shared their post and helped them, because that's what you need when you're new. You open a new business or something, you need people to help you a little bit to get going. and of course I helped them. So I also, you know, kind of expect that they would do the same for me. It's not that difficult. So now we're gonna see. They have until Friday. They have until Friday. Otherwise, I'll be complaining when he comes to pick up Victoria on Friday. I'll say, like, I really don't understand why you cannot do such a little thing to help me. You know, I know that she has a huge network, and so does he. So, you know, if they like shared to their network and said, please subscribe, you know, then I might get 100 subscribers just out of that. So, you know, I think that that's not very nice. But I would not, I don't, it's not that I think that it's not very nice. I was just a little bit disappointed because I thought that it was such a small and easy thing to do, to just like go in and subscribe and share it and maybe just leave a playlist running. It's not that difficult. I mean, it's not going to take a lot from them in terms of time or anything, but you know, it's going to mean really a lot to me and help me a lot. So that's sort of why. But I guess it's just like, I think a lot of people, they are so busy and caught up with themselves that they feel like that they don't need to help others, but they never hesitate to ask me if they need help. It's kind of funny, isn't it? It's kind of funny. But I don't hold grudges, so next time they ask for help, I will help also. Then maybe then they will think, oh shit, we didn't help her when she asked. But yeah, it's very rare that I ask for help anyways. I don't usually ask. So maybe that's why. Maybe if I ask constantly or remind them constantly, then I don't know. But you know, I'm like the kind of person who if I ask once and they don't do it. Vil du være sød og gå i seng nu? Nej, nu må du gå i seng. So now I was being hard. Well, you know, it's just because she wanted to go up to her granddad to say something, and I'm like, no, you just go to bed. This is finished now. No more excuses for it to drag out time. Because that's all it is. It's just because she doesn't feel like sleeping. And I guess, you know, most people with kids have been through phases like that where they will do anything to not go to sleep. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. But I managed, actually. I found, my old PC I have running on the library's internet downstairs, because if I run on my own, then it will be registered as my IP, and then it won't register as views. I can't rack up the views myself, because that doesn't count, does it? But I did connect that old PC to the internet of the library downstairs. That is not my IP address. So I am racking up some hours myself also. And we are moving up on the hours. I'm thinking, we will get there. It was almost on 50 days today. So out of 166. So that means there's 116 still left. But, you know, it's moving. It's moving every day. You can see a big chunk being completed. So that is moving. Now I'm thinking that it's going to be harder to get those 1,000 subscribers. I didn't think that was going to be the biggest problem, but I think I'm going to do like I'm so worried about Facebook and their giveaway policies. So I'm not, I'm because there's a rule on those giveaways that you can't ask people to go like or do something specific in order to get in on the giveaway. So that's kind of a problem, because I was thinking to make one that's simple, get the lovely Dala. Steps to get it: 1, go subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then of course a link to the channel. Comment on this post, subscribed, and send me a PM that you subscribed, because then I can directly from the PM send them the reward, or a link to get the book, and I can verify if they actually subscribed. But the problem is that it's not really allowed to ask people to do something for a giveaway. I know that it has happened a lot before, but since they're policing so much more, then I'm a little bit more worried about doing that. So I'm like trying to figure a way where I can still do it without it sounding like it's not allowed, like without it coming out as the not allowed thing. Some sort of, rolling that over in my head, how I'm gonna actually do that. It's looking good. No, it's not everybody that has a name on, or the same name as on here. That's why, if I was gonna do that giveaway, they would have to write in the private message the name that they subscribed under, so that I knew that they did it. But it's just not allowed, and I'm a little bit, with the way that things have been with Facebook lately, with people getting jailed, including myself, then I'm a little bit worried to do something that goes against Facebook policy, or that is, like that giveaway that goes totally against the rules, because anybody could report me for it, and then I'm a little bit screwed, then I'll be in Facebook jail again. And who knows for how long this time, because the last time I was in, it was 7 days. And the time before, it was also 7 days that I was locked out. It was quite long. And it really hurt my numbers a lot. Okay, so looks like I'm gonna run out of wine. Not because of me. I usually calculate, because I know that I drink 1 or 2 glasses. But when my dad starts, all bets are off. So yeah, but that's okay. It is looking really good with the colors, I think. Looking lovely. Well, you can share it. I would have to make the original post, and then you can maybe share it, but just like share it, being careful sharing it. But I would have to make the post. I'm just trying to figure out how to formulate it, because I'm thinking that might be a way where, if people can see, okay, you get this physical, well, you get this thing, if you do this, then people are much more likely to do it. But since you're not really allowed to do that, ask people to do something specific, then it can be a little bit problem, because I did make some posts where I said, once my YouTube channel reaches 1,000 followers, I would be doing this and that giveaway, and I didn't get a lot out of that. So, but I don't even think I got anything out of it. I don't know, but that was sort of a way of not asking them to directly go and subscribe. I was telling them that I needed help with my YouTube channel, and if I reached those followers by this and that day, then I would do a giveaway. So it was sort of more like an information, but nobody really reacted to it. Well, only few, but those were the few that already are in there. So it didn't really work. It wasn't effective. So I think it has to be more like very, very easy and simple to understand. And not a lot of writing, just like some simple steps of what to do. Oh shit. Sorry. 1 second. Sweetie. Hey. How are you? Hi. Yeah, but I was sleeping yesterday when you called. I didn't see it before until this morning. This morning I saw you called. And now I'm actually on a live video. So you're on. Yeah, you're live. No, nobody can hear you. Yeah, I will. Okay? Okay, bye. So, yeah. Yeah, that was ex-boyfriend. He always calls. Ah, you tried to, it wouldn't let you share it. Where did you try to share it from? Because from my page, it should be possible. It's still, I think I still have it pinned on my page. The last one I made, it was more like a giveaway one. But it didn't really work. I don't know. It's also sometimes about hitting it at the right time where I'm really suck at it because I'm out of the time zone. So I might not, I mean, have posted at the right moment. But the big problem is that people don't really read the post, they scan. So if there's too much text, then it's not effective because people don't read a lot. And yeah, that's the problem. And I mean, I know it even from myself. If a post is too long and there's too much written, I'm like, I can't be bothered. You know, I mean, it's not like that I'm saying that nobody reads, but I do or something like that. I'm just as bad at you know, not looking at a post if I think it looks like it's too much. I have to read right now, and I don't wanna. It's the same thing with if you have like a ton of emails, you don't really feel like answering them all. And sometimes, you know, if I look, I think I get about 300 to 400 emails every day. And this is on my email account, on my normal email account. Then there's the Global Doodle Gems email account. Then there's my Facebook messages. Then there's my messages here on my page. Then there's the messages on the Global Doodle Gems book page. And I mean, it's very hard to keep up. It's really, sometimes I just go in and I look. I mean, this thing with notifications, I gave up on that like a year ago. Because if I look at my notifications and I go to the bathroom to have a pee, when I get back, I have more than I'm already full again, more than 99. I think the max that they can show is 99. So then I'm over the 99 again. So I mean, I could be checking my notifications every 2 minutes. I don't check notifications. I really don't. So that means that, you know, if you tag me or something, I might only see it if it pops up, because I just get so many constantly, and the amount of messages and it's just very overwhelming. If you can imagine that every time you go to your email, you got like, if you go like, let's say I go 4 or 5 times a day on my email, and every time I have between 80 and 120 unread emails. That is quite overwhelming. It's really overwhelming. So of course there's a lot of emails that I just, you know, ignore or delete without even reading them. And it's not always that I will be, you know, answering I try to answer my Facebook messages as fast as I can, as soon as I see them. But some days it's just like, oh, and some days it's just, yeah, overwhelming. But it's been like that for the last 3 years, so it's not new. I'm used to it now. But it's quite a lot. And if I had to answer everything or respond or read everything, then I wouldn't be doing anything but doing that. I mean, that it's just simply impossible to keep up everything. So some things I just, you know, I do what I think is the most important at the moment, and then I ignore the rest. Yep, just reading the emails and answering them is a full-time job. So that's why I have to sort of like choose what I do, and I choose this now. I choose that I concentrate on my art, and I mean, a lot of the emails I don't have to read. They're just there. I have to move them to another place, you know. For instance, I get an email every time somebody downloads one of the free pages from PayHip. Then I get an email. If I have a sale on PayHip, I get 3 emails on the one sale. So it's not all of them things that I should be reading. Some of the things I only just need to move from one box to another. I mean, I don't need to know who took the free pages. You know, I really don't need to know that. But it's nice that I get the alerts, and then I can just move them to the PayHip box, but I don't read them. But then, you know, when there are so many, you easily lose some of the important ones. So yeah. Sometimes when I wake up, I say, okay, I'm just gonna like have my morning cigarette and my glass of Coca-Cola, and I'm just gonna check the computer. And then like 7 hours later, I'm still sitting at the computer because there was so much that I had to do right away, or had to answer, or had to respond in some way, or do, and I never made it to the bathroom or to breakfast or anything. But that's also because I'm a little bit OCD on getting things completed. So I'm trying to just be a little bit more relaxed about it, because I am only one person. I'm not like, you know, there's no clones of me, unfortunately. I could use like 3 or 4 of me, and then everything would be a lot easier. I could get more stuff done. But I am just one person. It's so funny. People, they say, like boyfriend, he said, yeah, but I work. I say, yeah, but you go to work for 9 hours, 5 days a week. I work 16 to 18 hours every day. Every day. And that's why it's nice to have like one evening where I don't have to think about anything. Um, but I end up sitting on the computer if I'm not doing something else. If I don't have anything that I have to do, then I end up working anyways, somehow. But then, yeah, at least I have a little bit sort of a free feeling. But it's funny when people say, yeah, but I'm working, I'm doing this. Yeah, but what do you think I'm doing? I'm working really hard. I think a lot of people, they don't imagine how hard. They say, oh, but you're just like making art and stuff. And yeah, right. There's a lot of practical stuff too, that is extremely tedious and boring. If I could just draw and color and do this, interact with you guys, then it would be like pretty cool. But there's a lot more to it than that, and it is extremely time consuming. So it's like 3 full-time jobs, I think. What I do, and there's a lot of people who don't realize that. They just think that I'm sitting and having fun on Facebook, which is kind of funny. Yeah, I need a secretary. I have a Gmail on the Global Doodle Gems, and on my own personal, I have Yahoo. The thing is that the Gmail is sort of like I'm paying for extra space. My Yahoo is unlimited, so I prefer the Yahoo because I don't have to pay extra. And I have unlimited storage space for the emails. Because, for instance, like when the artists are sending drawings, it's good for me to keep those emails, because like what happened, not last summer, but the summer before, was that my external hard disks with all the work that I did for the 2 years, it tilted, and I lost everything. And at least I could get back some of the original material because I still had the emails on my Yahoo. So I could get the original, but that is not the cleaned ones, because what I had on the hard disk was, of course, all the work I did on it. So I couldn't recreate that. That is also why I don't think, a lot of people have asked if I will make all the Global Doodle Gems books available on PDF. And the honest truth is I would love to. But the fact is that I don't have the clean files. And I thought that wouldn't be a problem, that I didn't have the clean files. Because I thought I could get the files from CreateSpace, because I did upload those PDFs there. So they have the original PDFs that the books are created from. So I asked them if I could get those original PDFs, because then I could just work from those pictures and make some new PDFs that were more suited for PDF books. But when they sent it to me, it was of inferior quality. Turns out, this is quite interesting actually. It turns out that the CreateSpace, you have to send minimum 300 dpi resolution to them in order to get the print quality, which I think is fantastic, because I want the best quality that is possible. So working in 300 dpi makes sense, because that is print quality. But turns out that they reduce the file to 200 dpi. Yeah, because Create Trace was not made for coloring books. It was made for novels. So, and in that respect, it does not matter. It's okay to reduce it to 200 dpi when it's just text. But when it's drawings, it will reduce the quality of the drawings and make the lines slightly blurry. So the material I got back from them was not of the same quality as the PDFs that I sent in for creating the books. And that means for me, yes, of course I can use them and I could make PDFs from them, but it's not the image quality that I want. And I don't want to just make PDFs to make PDFs. I want the PDFs to have the high quality that they had when I made them. Not 200 dpi, I want them to have the 300 dpi. I don't want blurry lines. I don't want to put out an inferior product. They do come back saying 300 dpi. It's not that they're saying 200 dpi, but the lines are just not as crisp and clear as my original PDFs, and that bugs me a lot. So that's kind of, I can only do it with the ones where I actually have the original cleaned ones, because there's no way that I would be able to re-clean everything. I mean, it would just take me too long to clean everything again to make those books. So, you know, there's like a lot of issues with that. Exactly. Exactly, Anne. Yeah, back up. Awesome. Yeah, I finally got like a backup. Like Amazon has a cheap cloud storage, but it's pretty complicated. It's not that easy to use, and it takes eons of time to upload. And if the upload fails, then you have to start over, and it's just really not easy. It's yeah. But the new hard disk I got is a double one, so it has a backup in itself, and it won't break if it tilts. I made sure to get a really sturdy one, but it didn't. Yeah, it was crazy, and yeah, I'm always worried because I had issues backing up, and I think I have to revise my backup system and just, instead of backing up everything, maybe just back up the finished ones, so that it's less that I back up, you know, that I back up just only the important files, because there's just too much. Sometimes I'm trying to back up and it will break up like 4 or 5 times, and it will take me like a week or two before I got everything uploaded. It's like really daunting. And then I was like, okay, you know, I was thinking to back up on DVDs, but that also costs a fortune in DVDs. So, because I have so much, we're talking about right now, I I have my new external hard disk is 16 terabytes. And I think I've got about, and that's dual, so it's 8 terabytes I have to work with, and I think it's 4 terabytes is full. So imagine that that's like 6.7 gigabytes on a DVD. To get over 4 terabytes onto DVDs, that's a lot of DVDs. Yeah, I've tried so many different things. And most of the cloud solutions are so expensive that I can't afford to have them. I just can't at the moment. So I'm trying everything, and the best thing is right now to save it on my Yahoo Mail, because I have limitless. You know, there's no limit there. There's too much I can put there, but the big files I can't. So it's sort of like a, yeah, it's actually a pest. I have no idea what went wrong. Oh, okay, now I know. Nothing went wrong. It's just because this one will dry up. It's just when I first put it on, it looked so much like the one before, so I was thinking like, am I screwing up here? But I'm not. It dries up lighter, so yeah, I can already see it here now. Yes. He's gonna be so cool. He's a happy camper. Well, he might not be a camper. A Martian Weirdie camper? A Martian Weirdie camper. It's interesting. We've come so long. 29th. I think this month has just passed so fast. Really, really fast. Yeah. Exactly. Anything can crash. I know. And it's a constant worry for me. Especially since I have tried losing everything once. And I have to find the right solution. And the Amazon cloud storage was affordable. It's way cheaper than the rest of them. I think it was $59 a year, which is really, really cheap compared to the rest of the cloud for unlimited and all kinds of files, even video files. And I have a huge, huge amount of video files. So for me, the Amazon storage was really attractive. But it's a hell to upload the files there. It's a living hell. And I know that I should be updating much more regularly. But I think I have to probably redo it. Like, you know, take everything out of it and then just put the final files, like, you know, the covers and the final PDF file, because I can always retract from that. So I'm thinking that I have to do that, so that it's not that much that I'm backing up, that I'm not backing up everything every time. That might help. But that's also another task that always takes a long time to get that. I would actually like to have a hard copy of each and every book, you know, like a DVD thing or a stick or something with that on, so that I sort of have like a physical backup as well, that I can, yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be a pretty one. A pretty one. He's dancing. He's dancing. Yeah. 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 You're totally right, Bev. You're right. Uh, I do have the bulk of it. I have I have saved, but it's actually been some time since I backed up last. Um, so I have to do it again soon. I have to. That's another task on my to-do list. I really need to make a good plan on all those to-do things because there's so many. There's too many things to do. Yeah, that looks good. I think he turned out pretty well, huh? Let's have a look at the one for tomorrow. This one, the hypnotic Weirdie. He's a hypno Weirdie. He's gonna hypnotize us. And the one that I will upload that will be the last Weirdie of January is right here. And that's a genie Weirdie, I think. That's how I see it, at least. To me, this is a genie Weirdie with a mummy here. Yeah. So this one I'm gonna be putting up on PayHip now, and I will be putting up the link as well. And this one is already on PayHip for us to color tomorrow. We're gonna be hypnotized by him. So that is the plan for the next 2 days. And this one for the 29th is now officially done. And I think it's looking pretty cool. I think he's looking good. He must be a happy guy. I'm a tired woman. Exactly, I need to be able to recover. It is irreplaceable. All the stuff I lost, it was just to imagine how many hours of work with everything that I lost when that one tilted. It was just like, oh my God, I was in a very bad mood for a very long time. Especially when I found out it couldn't be recovered. So yeah, that was horrible, horrible, horrible. So this is it for today. And hopefully I will be doing this one on the Patreon tomorrow for the Patreon. I'm hoping that I will get time to do that in the morning. So I'm really hoping because I really like him. So yeah, I'm hoping for that. And I will be updating the banner. I'll be putting up the next Weirdie on PayHip. And then I will be downloading this video and I will be going to sleep. And then hopefully tomorrow I can also make the post, or maybe even tonight make one of the food posts, because I have all the pictures, I just haven't put them up because I haven't had time today. But it's been a busy day, so always busy. So yeah. So sleep well when you get there and have a really nice evening, and I will see you all tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that one too. Oh, I'm always looking forward to it because I'm having a great time. So thank you for being with me and listening to me babble away and have a chill time coloring this one. I think maybe he's a prancer. I'm not sure. I saw this video with this guy, this redhead guy. Have you ever seen him? He's like hilariously funny. Where he's like prancering, or prancercising. He's running around in the woods and in some like tight leotard, pink leotards or something. It was really funny, and he has some really hilarious videos. Not all of his videos, but most of his videos actually really make me laugh because he's just funny. Yeah, maybe I'll share one next time I see one. But he's funny. There was one I saw today of him where he was a social media justice, handing out justice in social media, and it was really funny. He's so sarcastic, and it's so funny. So, anyways, that is great. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I will have a great sleep. I can feel that. So, bye. Bye bye. See you tomorrow, and thank you for being with me tonight.